Hey guys, Frost here, welcome back. Classic, it's almost over. This is the last weekend where we're gonna play Classic as we know it, unless you choose to go to the Classic era, of course. Last night I did my last Naxxramas, and I managed to get my full Frostfire set on the Mage, which made me happy because it gives me some form of closure, just like the one that I didn't have back in 2006. I'm happy. I leveled so far in Classic like 9 characters to level 60. I geared most of them. I had fun playing this game. Someone asked me yesterday on my stream, what if you would have to rate from 1 to 10 Classic, what would your rating be? And I would have to say 10 so far. Not because what Blizzard provided, not because of the bots and all of the things that were there, but because of the amount of fun I had. And in a way or another, I'm sad and happy at the same time. Sad because we're leaving Classic behind in a way or another, and happy because we're moving into a new era of Burning Crusade. It's a weird feeling. I should be a bit more hyped, but it is what it is. Today I want to talk about something obvious, the BoE Epics from Burning Crusade. As you know, in Burning Crusade, the BoE Epics are not scuffed like in Classic. Not only 1 or 2 or 3 of them have value, but most of them have a value, and the epics in Burning Crusade require only level 70. So you have more chances to get lucky. And who knows? We're just going to go over them. We're going to go over the BoE World Epics. And then we're going to go over the World Bosses Epics, which drop from Doomlord, Kazzak, and Doomwalker. So I say without further ado, let's get right into the BoE Epics. The first epic that came to my mind that probably is going to cost a lot, it's the Don Santos famous hunting rifle. It's a level 70 gun, 73.7 damage per second, 2.7 speed, which is a sweet spot for casting steady shots. And equip your ranged attacks have a chance to increase your attack power by 250 for 10 seconds. Now, don't get me wrong, there are got a lot of blue BOEs at level 70, bows and so on, but this one will be like really good early on in phase 1 in TBC for hunters. If you get this one, expect to get a couple of thousand of golds for it with no problems. Those items will drop from level 70 mobs, from heroic dungeons, from raid trash, from maybe the new quest hubs, from Blades Edge Mountains, and so on. Moving on, Spine Seaver, a throne for rogues mostly, 11 agility, 12 stamina, hit rating 10, and attack power 20. Really nice throne weapon, and this is gonna be expensive as well. Moving on to the Druid's Staff of Natural Fury. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about this because there's a special option on it. First and foremost, you get 712 attack power in forms, in Druid forms, 35 strength, 31 stamina, 320 armor. But the important thing on this item is that it reduces the mana cost of your shape-shifting spells by 200. I think this will be one of the most expensive items at level 70 from the BoE range. And if you get one, expect to get a lot of gold for it. Moving on, the Hammer of Destiny, a 200 mace with 105 damage per second, 32 strength, 30 stamina, 29 intellect, and chance on hit to restore 170 to 230 mana. It feels like a shaman / paladin weapon. Unless they have blacksmithing, they might go for this option. They will have a value, and not sure exactly how much it will go for. It also looks nice though. The Ancient Scepter of Su Min. This mace, main hand mace, has 299 healing done by magical spells and 100 damage per second converted automatically. Restores 8 mana per second, 15 intellect, lots of spell power. It will have good value. You can get like the gladiator weapon, but if you get one of those, expect to get rich. Singing Crystal Axe, again, just like the mace we had, this might be better a bit. It has a proc where it increases your haste rating by 400, which is about 25% at level 70 for 10 seconds, 105 damage per second as usual, 350 speed. maybe some orcs would like to wear this one as well. Blink Strike, one of the popular BoE epics from the TBC era. It's like the Trash Blade from Mara, but with a lot of damage per second and a decent speed. 260 speed, 81.2 damage per second. Chance on hit grants an extra attack on your next swing. This will be really sought after by rogues. In my opinion, there are better options there. If you go to Kara, I think Nether Spite drops Spite Blade. There's another BoE epic from Doomwalker Kazzak, which we'll talk later about it. But this will go for a lot of gold. And my guess it's like 10,000 gold plus, and maybe in some servers even more expensive. But this not only looks cool, but it's really sought after. Moving on, Blade of Wizardry. A main hand sword for mages, warlocks, increases damage by 159. The proc here, it's really interesting. Your harmful spells have a chance to increase your spell haste rating by 280 for 6 seconds. This is gonna be like really, really expensive as well. Expect to pay like anywhere from 5 to 10,000, maybe even more for it. The Nightblade, a rogue dagger. The option on this one, the chance on hit makes me really wonder, because early on in TBC we don't have that many items which ignore your opponent's armor, but this one has a 433 chance to ignore armor, and it stacks up to 3 times, which some rogues might find that really interesting. Moving on, True Strike Ring, 21 agility, 40 attack power, really expensive. You have a couple of options in Kara to get, I think Garona Signet Ring is there, which has similar stats and hit rating. However, if you're going for like a survival hunter, you need as much agility as you can. This will be sought after as well, and it's gonna have a decent value. Lola's Eve and Charlotte's Ivy. One set of items. I think this set of items were developed by Kevin Jordan, the World of Warcraft developer, which made Staff of Jordan Classic, as you know, and other items. Lola's Eve and Charlotte's are his twin daughters, I think. And at the first glance, they're just normal accessories, but they have a set bonus of 15 spell power, making them together to have an insane amount of spell power. Plus that, they have a lot of stamina, intellect, and spirit. If mage AoE farming in TBC will be as I think it is, with a lot of spirit to regenerate mana, just like you did it on Slave Pens, these might have a really nice value because they have a lot of spirit, intellect, and stamina, plus huge amounts of spell power. Also, it's easy to obtain them. You just press buy out on the auction house. Prices of them can go probably from 1,000 gold to 5,000 gold. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Although the options are there to get other items from dungeons. Moving on, this is a Band of Impenetrable Defenses. It's a 36 stamina and 26 defense rating ring, which is 11 defense at level 70. This is going to be wanted by paladins, by warriors to get their defense cap. This is going to be expensive as well, especially in phase 1. As the options for rings are not that great in the beginning. Joker of Repentance, 20 strength, 15 intellect, and damage and healing up to 22. Looks like a paladin slash shaman necklace. Has some value, but probably you can find better options out there. Chest Guard of the Exile, 44 strength, critical stride rating by 36. Reminds me of the breastplate from AK-40, the Annihilation breastplate. Now you have it as a version of BoE at level 70. Pants of Living Growth, leather pants with lots of spirit and intellect and 77 spell power. Healing Dawn, mana per second. Decent pants. Leggings of Beast Mastery. Here we have something which is special. 30 agility, 45 stamina. But the equip on this is quite unique, which gives your pet an extra 70 attack power, 490 armor, and 52 stamina. I'm not sure exactly how many hunters will want this, as there are other options. And I'm not sure if they want to break their Beast Lord set tier 0.5. But who knows? Maybe someone wants to buy them. They still have a value. They're not useless like some of the epics we have in Classic. Lightning Crown increases spell critical strike rating by 43. And damage by nature spells up to 66. Unfortunately, no other stats, but that 43 critical strike rating, it's 2% level 70. So some elemental shamans might want this in the beginning. We move on to the Night Watchman, which is a helmet with 45 agility, 68 attack power, 27 stamina, and slightly increases your stealth detection. This might have use in arena. Might be efficient, so it should have a value. I'm not sure if it stacks with other increase your stealth detection items. We'll have to wait and see. But even so, it's a pretty decent helm. Unfortunately, no meta sockets on them, so we'll have to wait and see. Cerulean Skirt. It's a skirt, 25 intellect, 21 spirit, 118 healing power. Those look really nice, and unfortunately, I think tailoring will decrease the price on those, but pretty good. Otherwise, I don't think you'll sell them for 100 to 200 gold. I think they'll go even more expensive. Will of Edward the Odd. It's created by Eric Dodds, the same developer that made the engineering professions, Hand of Edward the Odd, and so on. It's part of a collection, feels like. 30 intellect, critical strike rating by 30 and 53 damage and healing done by magical spells and effects. If you freshly dink 70, this is gonna be quite nice on a mage or a warlock and so on. Life-giving cloak, 13 intellect, 64 healing, 5 MP5, decent healing cloak, and those are about the BoE epics that we have so far for TBC. Moving on, I want to talk about Doomlord Kazzak and its epics. There are 2 world bosses in TBC. Doomlord Kazzak and Doomwalker, both of them drop like 10 epics, and the first epic that we see on Doomlord Kazzak, which should be BoE, however, we'll have to wait and see if they change them to BOP, because we're not sure at this point. Ancient Spell Clock of the Highbone, 15 intellect, critical strike 19, and 36 damage and healing, but on my magical spells. Leggings of the 7th Circle, 22 intellect, 3 sockets with really nice socket bonus, 5 spell damage, hit 18, crit 25, and damage and healing by 50. Really strong items here. Gold Leaf Wild Boots, 19 intellect, 18 spirit, and 86 spell power, 2 sockets. As you notice, those items from the world bosses have a lot of sockets. For example, the Scaled Greaves of the Marksman, which are the Hunter Pants, they have 3 red sockets with a 4 agility bonus, which means you can put 3 agility sockets and from 37 agility with another 20 with a socket bonus, another 30, you get like 67 agility, 76 attack power, and hit rating 16. Those will be crazy good for hunters. Now, we're not sure for a fact that they're going to be BoE in the beginning of the expansion, as maybe they'll change later into the game. Ripfin Shoulder Plates, 39 strength, 2 yellow sockets, critical strike rating and hit. Really good shoulders. They look like tier 1, a bit scuffed. Defense rating 31, plate gloves, 49 stamina, almost 1,000 armor and 2 sockets. Oh my god, this is like really good items. Then we have a finger with 22 critical strike rating and healing done by magical spells 75, no other stats. Good for paladins, I guess. Ring of Reciprocity, hit, critical strike, and attack power. It looks like the ring from Naxxramas, but with better stats. Hope Ender, a nice sword, high output damage, 90 damage per second, 163 with 304 damage and 70 attack power. Looks similar to the Spite Blade from Karazhan. And last item from this boss, it's Exodar Life Staff, 34 intellect, 3 sockets, and 364 healing power on top of 18 mana per 5. The items from the world bosses are really nice. If they're BoE, hopefully you can buy one. If not, if you go to the bosses, hopefully you can win one. Moving on to Doomwalker, which I'm not sure if it's going to be in the game from the beginning. We have a Black Iron Battle Cloak with 30 critical strike rating and 60 attack power. Anger Spark Gloves. Those gloves are really nice. They give 30 spell power, 25 critical strike rating, hit rating 20, and 2 red sockets. Really good gloves for pumpers. The Trousers of Benediction, 118 spell power, just like the previous BoEs at level 70 that we checked. However, this one has 3 sockets as well, and the socket bonus, its 9 healing power, is pretty good. Terror Wave Tunic, 96 attack power, lots of hit and critical strike rating, 3 sockets as well. Pretty good for pumpers, rogues here. The Phantom Helm of the Deeps, 3 sockets. Unfortunately, no meta socket on this one. However, there is 106 spell power and 9 MP5, 29 intellect. You can 9 healing bonus, pretty good as well for shamans. Face Guards of Endless Watch, tanking with 30 defense rating, 49 stamina. Nice helm for warriors, I would say. At this point at Paladins, I would actually want spell power on my items, but yet again, depends what you're tanking. If you're tanking dungeons or if you're tanking raids, there's a difference in the type of gear that you wear and so on. A necklace with 23 intellect and healing done up by magical spells in effect by 75. And there we go, Talon of the Tempest, a dagger with 2 socket bonus, 3 intellect, 2 yellow sockets, 10 intellect, spell hit 9, critical strike rating 19, and damage and healing done by magical spells and effects up to 94. It's a pretty nice dagger. However, by the time you can kill this boss, probably people will have like arena weapons, which even in season 1, I think they have 200 spell power. Moving on, a really nice looking axe, the Ethereum Nexus Reaver, 3 sockets and 30 critical strike rating. On top of that, 50 strength, 117 damage per second, looking quite awesome. This will be like an axe that all people that can use two-hander want to have, maybe except hunters, but after all, everything is a hunter weapon, which gets us to our last item for today, which is the Barrel Blade Long Rifle, a 260 gun with 16 agility, 2 red sockets, which you can put agility there, like 10 agility sockets, and you can get up to 36 agility just from a gun. I think this will be a good weapon for survival hunters if they're stacking lots of agility. And I think this is it, guys. Those are all the epics. Probably the ones you will encounter the most will be the first one in the first part of the video, where we talked about the Blink Strike, about the Blade of Wizardry, the Staff of Unnatural Fury, and so on. Probably, if you get one of those, you should know that it has some value. And hopefully you get one. Hopefully I get some of them. And until next time, stay frosty, guys.